how to get PACSed in France. If you and your partner are dreaming of a legal partnership that's not marriage but still offers incredible rights and benefits, then you're in the right place. In this video, I will show you how to navigate this process with ease. We will see the 4 main steps. First, who can conclude a PACSed, the French legal partnership, then the differences between marriage and PACSed in France, also the steps to follow, and finally, the paperwork specific for non-Europeans. Bonjour, I'm Giga, a French serial expat and a global mobility professional. You will find here information about French admin and French culture to adjust to your French life. First, let's understand what PACSed is. PACSed stands for Pacte Civil de Solidarité, or Civil Solidarity Pact. This is a legal partnership agreement that provides certain rights and benefits to couples who are not married. Now, let's go through the step-by-step guide on how to get PACSed in France. First, who can conclude a PACSed in France? Here are the imperative conditions both partners must meet. First, you must be legal of age, 18 years old in France. Non-French citizens can get PACSed as well, of course, but must have reached the age of majority in their country. Also, you cannot already be married or in a civil partnership. You cannot have any direct or close family ties with your partner, so this means that you cannot PACSed your cousin, for example. However, the civil union does not need to be concluded with the purpose of starting a family or a romantic union. So this means that you can get PACSed with your flatmate for tax benefits, for example. Additionally, by entering into a PACSed in France, you commit to living together. You must choose a residence, which is the place where a person actually lives on a stable basis. But it doesn't necessarily have to be your common domicile. Also, you do not have to be living together at the time of the PACSed declaration. Now, let's compare PACSed in France with marriage for non-EU nationals. Marriage is a legally recognized partnership in France, providing more legal protection and benefits than PACSed. For example, marriage offers inheritance rights and the ability to sponsor a spouse for immigration purposes. The PACSed, on the other hand, can help with obtaining the visa Vie privée et familiale conjoint de français, commonly called the French spouse visa. However, it is important to note that the PACSed does not grant the same unconditional rights as marriage when it comes to the visa process. The French administration subjectivity when it comes to the visa request plays a significant role in the case of PACSed couples. If you need more details and information on how to request a French spouse visa when PACSed and married, this is fully detailed in the Dream to Reality course, a comprehensive online course to help you prepare your visa request to move to France the right way. More information on this course in the link under this video. Also, you should know that de facto relationships, which are long-term unions without French civil registration, do not hold the same weight in terms of immigration rights and with very few exceptions. For example, even if you've lived with your partners for 10 years, this will not grant you the possibility to request any visa linked to this relationship. Then, when it comes to divorce, married couples face a more complicated, time-consuming and expensive process in France, as it requires a court process. On the other hand, PACSed partners can dissolve their union more easily by filing a joint statement of termination. Keep in mind that the requirements for getting married in France can be more strict and time-consuming compared to PACSed. For example, non-EU nationals may need to obtain a certificate of non-marriage from their home country before getting married in France. Now, let's go through the step-by-step instructions on how to get PACSed in France. First, decide if you want to draft an agreement in front of a notary. This can be recommended if you want to add specific clauses to separate real estate from the basic convention template that you can find online. Then make an appointment with the French local town hall, also known as la mairie. This must be done at the city hall where you and your partner declare the common domicile. You can make the appointment online or over the phone. Both partners need to attend the appointment together. If one of you is seriously unable to attend, a notary can come to your home or hospital to register the PACS. At the appointment, you will fill out the PACS declaration form, also known as the Convention de PACS. You will sign it in front of a French civil servant. Additionally, you will need to provide proof of address, such as a recent utility bill, and pay a small fee. Once the PACS declaration is signed and registered, you will receive a PACS certificate, also known as the Certificat de PACS. This certificate serves as proof of your partnership. Lastly, let's discuss the required documents for non-EU citizens to conclude a PACS in France. You must provide a birth certificate with an indication of filiation. If the document is in a foreign language, you must have it translated by a sworn translator. And depending on the country of origin, additional formality may be required, such as an apostille or legalization. The joint declaration of a PACS is also required. It contains certificates of honor of non-relationship, non-alliance, and common residence. Additionally, you must provide the PACS agreement, a valid ID, and sometimes specific documents based on your nationality. Remember to check with your town hall or consulate for further information and requirements. In conclusion, both marriage and PACS are options for non-EU nationals in France. Marriage provides more legal benefits and options for immigration, while PACS offer a simpler and less formal partnership. Make sure to consider your specific situation and requirements before making a decision. That's it for today's video on PACS in France. If you've liked this content, you may also be interested in this video appearing on your screen now. Merci et à bientôt!